All right, so when Georgia's COVID-19 numbers fell back in August, so did testing at the same time. But even in the low, Georgia has met its monthly goal of testing 4% of the state's population. All right, so that raises the question, is our testing goal high enough? Reveal investigator Rebecca Lindstrom shows us how testing at one college has really made a difference.
Once a week, every week. That is the push at Georgia Tech.
It's important because ethically speaking, this only works if everyone does it.
The call to action is hard to ignore.
I get like constant text messages and emails.
There's a sign for COVID testing plastered on just about every door and along the sidewalks you pass to get there.
And I was just of the mindset that if we didn't test as many people as possible, that this thing would just keep growing somewhat exponentially.
Greg Gibson, a professor of biological sciences, created Georgia Tech's testing model. He made it simple. A saliva test, not a nose swab, an app to register, and testing sites scattered across campus. The university added treats, cookies, popsicles, and they aimed high, 1,500 asymptomatic tests per day. Have you been meeting that goal?
Yeah, so I kind of laughed at the leadership when they said that was our goal, said there's no way we'd meet that.
But they have met that goal, at least on average. Since August, Georgia Tech has conducted 142,000 COVID-19 tests. That's 5 times as many as UGA, which set a goal of 24,000 tests by Thanksgiving. Gibson believes Tech's testing program has helped cut COVID cases on campus in half.
If you intervene early, get people into quarantine, then it stops spread.
Gibson compares it to a game of whack-a-mole, and it is paying off. Tech has reported 1,300 COVID-positive students and staff, compared to 3,900 at UGA.
I honestly thought they were going to cancel the semester on campus.
Tech had 679 cases in its first 2 weeks of classes. Internal emails obtained by the Reveal express frustration with the large crowds gathering at Greek houses and students packing into Midtown bars. It was so bad, Heidi left for a few weeks to live at home.
A lot of people already are asymptomatic, so they could have it and spread it to people without even knowing.
Her sorority now requires weekly testing.
It took a lot of people just to see the numbers to really understand, how their actions can have consequences.
Talk about getting the message. Tech had more cases in those first 2 weeks as it did in the next 2 months. Students credit creating a culture of responsibility.
We're all in this together kind of approach. Jackets protect jackets.
Now the message is jackets protect family, urging them to get a COVID test before they head home for Thanksgiving. And that's how we met Alex and Heidi.
I just want to make sure I don't give it to my parents or my grandparents.
That could mean somebody's life, somebody's dad, granddad, brother, sister.
Like the community that surrounds the campus, there are students who aren't worried about COVID and have yet to take a single test.
And that's why we're always going to have cases.
But students say their numbers are proof what can happen on campus and even in metro Atlanta if enough people buy in.
A third of the campus is testing weekly, which is absolutely remarkable. I wouldn't have predicted that.